Welcome to the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi After the Show podcast.
Sam, I don't mean to make you uncomfortable.
Oh, great.
But she's
But
going to
might.
anyway.
Love it when they start that way.
But this might. Actually, I want you to realize that I realize at this time last year, Murphy and I were very worried about you.
What's wrong with me?
It's been a whole year since you had this major tooth surgery.
Oh, God, I forgot about it. He even forgot about it.
I didn't forget about it. At this time last year, you were waiting until we were on a Christmas vacation to do a serious surgery in your whatever oral surgery, and you were in pain leading up to that. And when you're close to somebody and you spend a lot of time with them, when something's wrong with them, something's kind of wrong with you.
I was in pain leading up to it. I don't even remember that.
What?
Yeah, there were days. There were some days where it would be like a little every now and then. And plus, to me, you look like you're walking more normal. So I'm just kidding.
You were in pain. You told me it hurt, and you were taking as much medication as you could find.
Huh.
Remember?
I put that out of my head.
Wow. Okay. Well, I was worried about him.
Yeah.
Well, but
last year.
but rolling back to that, you had that surgery done when we were out of the studio on
December
vacation.
21st.
Yeah. But you were like, it was insane to me how fast. I was worried about how fast you were going to recover.
Me too.
And you walked back in right after the new year like nothing had happened.
Yeah, I remember shooting a video because Sammy, my oldest, had to drive me and take me.
Yeah.
And I remember shooting a video in his car on the way home. As I was like, hey, look. I mean, I couldn't talk that great, but it's like,
Right.
Sure.
hey, it's good.
That picture reminded me of that episode of Friends with Ross and the teeth whitening. They're so insanely white.
Also, since you don't remember these things and you put them way behind you, I also recall, was it 3 or 4 months after that you could not have anything? You had to have all soft foods. Yeah. And you were getting really grinchy about that after a while.
Especially right after when it was like, keep it liquid or super soft. And I was protein shakes and all that. And then.
You were so frustrated.
Yeah, it was.
I remember that too.
Well, because a lot of your favorite things are chewy.
Yeah. But
pizza.
I have been eating pizza, though. So everything's been good there.
Yeah.
Now, I have an appointment. See, the procedure I had done was for the 3D printed teeth.
Right.
I haven't gotten the permanent zirconia porcelain teeth yet.
What?
Yeah, I still.
What you have is still temporary?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
okay.
it's okay. The prosthodontist said, some people leave those in.
I thought he was Methodist.
What do y'all practice? He told me that, when I first had the meeting with him, it was like, you do this, you keep them for 6 months or a year, and then you move on. Well, in one of the meetings, the prosthodontist told me, no, there are some people, due to financial reasons or whatever, they just keep these. And
what's the procedure for getting the permanents? Because you've already been through the hardest part, yes?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I have an appointment scheduled for January to go back to the prosthodontist because he wants to do all the 3D measurements and X-rays and all, MRI and all that to make sure nothing's changed, because then I go to get my permanent ones. So I have to go back to my regular dentist to get permanent ones. Now, as far as trauma, no, because they're just going to unscrew these and screw in the new ones.
Just like Legos.
Yeah.
That sounds like trauma to me, unscrewing things in your mouth and screwing things back in.
Yeah, I've had it done a couple times. It's just like a tiny little Allen wrench. They put it on there and it goes zzz, zzz. It's almost like NASCAR without the noise.
Okay.
So it's almost like that would be stronger than your natural teeth. I don't know if they are.
I don't know if it's stronger than natural teeth, but I know the porcelain ones are stronger than these that I'm rocking here.
Okay.
And I've had no problems with these.
Right.
Have you been eating like peanut brittle? Do you eat anything hard?
I have accidentally chomped down on like a Starlight Mint, once, or a piece of ice. I don't intentionally do that. I make sure I don't do that anymore.
Right.
Good.
But every now and then I'm just sitting there and out of boredom, I'll start chomping on a piece of ice. And it's like, wait, you're not supposed to do that.
Right.
But it hasn't affected anything.
Well, how beautiful and positive that you had already forgotten it and put it behind you, because I remember like on the low having side conversations with Murphy going, I'm worried. What if he doesn't make it until our vacation?
What, like dead?
No.
Like pain, like you needed to. Because even talking sometimes, when you needed this surgery, even talking sometimes would hurt you. And I remember you going, man, this hurts. I'm going to go get more Advil or whatever. And I'm thinking, oh, let's please let him make it, and not be in
limp
major
across
pain.
the finish line.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
And so now look at you,
Yeah.
I
don't even think about it.
So great.
The only time I do think about it is like if in eating pizza, if I get a tough pizza or something that's a little too chewy, dense,
yeah,
then it's like, maybe I shouldn't be eating this.
Well, or let somebody else chew it for you, and then
Here, Gus.
I will also say I was very nervous about how differently you might have sounded.
Oh, I still am, because, and it's not a well-known thing, and we know this behind the scenes because we work together, but there are days when I have a little issue speaking.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad
tiny.
because you can hear me here talking just fine, but every now and then
you whistle while you work.
there is a little less.
A little bit of a hiss.
It's usually
It's
with
a
the
hiss.
S's.
Is it an S?
Yeah, because my tongue sits differently in my mouth now, and it
Right.
took a while to get used to. I'm pretty much over it.
Yeah.
It's pretty much not a problem. It's just, and the thing is, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to hear it.
Correct.
I hear it because I hear it. I know it.
Right.
Sure.
And because my job is talking.
I
So
don't know.
it's like you kind of know, oh, wait, I need to do that again. And Jodi will say, it sounded fine. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird too? Because you've been doing that for a year now, and your brain's not accustomed to it yet.
That's right, Murphy. I mean, I don't even hear it anymore.
I don't mean you speak. I just mean you hearing that you
But I'm still hearing it?
Thinking that
Yeah.
you sound different a year into it, to me, is interesting, because you would think your mind would have kind of adapted to it already.
I think it's fascinating how much where your teeth sit in your mouth have to do with all of that. Like
Yeah.
even a small shift can change that. It just lets you know how very delicate and marvelous and how magnificent the brain and body working
Yes.
together
Mhm.
really, how it really is magnificent.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and the thing is, where these teeth are, as opposed to my original natural teeth, I'm assuming it's probably microscopic
It is.
difference, but
I'm
it's
sure.
enough for my tongue to go, wait, there's a difference here.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
It's
But-
incredible.
I had completely forgotten about it too, though. I don't think it's because it's just like totally normal. Not that there would be anything abnormal afterwards, but there's, other than that time period where you were like down for the count and couldn't eat for 3 months, everything
Drinking
has been
everything.
normal. Yeah, right.
Well, the reason I remember, honestly, I don't hang on to bad stories. It's not like that. I remember it because almost every day I hear you go, let me do that again. And with the S's, you
Yeah.
know, I hear you, sort of.
It didn't pop up as a Facebook memory.
No, he was trying to order sensation salad.
Okay.
Never works.
Missed any part of the show? Get it all on the Murphy, Sam, and Jody podcast.